and might not recognize the team name, but we've been seeing a lot here lately, especially. You probably recognize one or two of these players at least. JLE, formerly known as TPS Priceless, Super KG, Haxman, Fibelli, and Massera. All 5 players, plenty of history on the Heroes of New Earth competitive scene. And again, they qualified for this by winning the 5 vs. 5 Cup last weekend. It'll be the same this weekend as well. Again, there's 5 qualifiers in total. So really to reiterate that, guys, I know BMG losing again, and people are going to, oh, BMG got a DreamHack. Not the case. There's 5 total qualifiers. This is just the second one, so there's still many more chances. Well, 3 more chances. But, yeah, I mean, obviously you want to qualify as soon as possible. So these 2 teams, though, definitely going to give their go at it. Team Grief won the first game, reason that game, and they won the second game. And I got to believe it was close because when I was monitoring it for a couple times there, Team Grief, they had a Dark Leader that was level 25 and seemed like was doing pretty damn well, honestly, in that game. But in the end, they did come up short, so I don't know exactly how it played out, obviously, but it must have been pretty close, is the point. Anyways, we are back here with Game 3, and we see the start to this game. Kraken at the top lane. He's in trouble. Could very possibly see a Bloodlust kill. Omi, excuse me. Yep, he is going to go down right there. So, Bloodlust kill to kick things off. TPS Priceless, actually, starting it off right there with the Bloodlust. So, welcome back, Matt. It sounds like you are back
Yeah,
now.
thank you. I did just return here.
All good, all good.
So glad we get to catch this Game 3 here.
Yeah.
This is exciting here.
Good time, too. And, hell, just how does he join a Bloodlust kill even coming out. But, all right, so now that I've kind of introduced what's going on here, let's take a closer look at what the hell we have as far as lineups go. And a couple things I'm noting. Deadwood being played by Super KG in a suicide lane. That's not your everyday. Now, Zane, for reason, actually has played it several times before, but I don't think I've seen anyone else play it. So I'm very interested to see how that works for them. You see right here, he's going to get some good spin damage. We'll be
Yeah,
fine
he's
with
a
it.
really good suicide hero. I've seen a lot more of it recently, and I mean, if he's in that lane where he's getting super boxed out, he can use clear cutting and get himself in a position to at least leech experience, and he's a hero that needs solo experience to really transition into his killing phase, so yeah. I think it makes sense, and especially up against a solo Swiftblade. I mean, Torturer's off stack, and he's going to be just fine here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Deadwood's bringing all that physical presence, of course, so the idea of a spinning Swiftblade, not really concerned about that, is safe to say. Imba Boy, though, playing the Sand Wraith here. We've done this, once or twice. Bottom lane, they are going ham on a Deadwood. The spin's doing plenty of damage here, and it is going to be enough in the end as Torture came in with the assistance. So, but again, so that's the one obvious downside to a suicide Deadwood, is that
no real escape mechanism.
Not the greatest, yeah.
I mean, once he gets boots, he'll be a lot more survivable there. But you see, Torturer still put 2 points into Impalement, so able to get up on him, he was just taking way too much damage.
Yeah. That's a good point, actually. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say like I act like I know what I'm doing, definitely hindsight, but I almost think you could argue getting a boots first Deadwood might not have been the worst option here, especially going up against a Swiftblade.
Against a Swiftblade, yeah. Maybe they didn't anticipate Swift in bot lane like this.
True.
But, maybe they thought, that's why they put, because Sandwraith's mid, solo mid Sandwraith.
Oh my god. Again. Yeah, he doesn't have boots. They know this, obviously. He does not have boots, and they're going to take advantage of it. He's going to end up falling again. I think that's the biggest deal right now, and you can tell Reason Gaming is just like, you know what, we can catch up to you easily. We're gonna make this a costly, and I think you're right. That, yeah, Zane's playing the Swiftblade, obviously. He's bottom. You would not really expect that necessarily. So that probably caught them off guard here in this game. So right now it's a very good start for Zane on that Swiftblade, but in the big picture, Puppet Master Fibelli, he's playing that carry role once again, and that's also kind of interesting, actually. Haxford playing Dr. Mid, Fibelli playing the carry role here instead of Hax.
Yeah.
I'm so used to that. But
it's always good when you can have a versatile player. That's really catching with so much studying going into countering your enemies, when they switch things up, keep the other team guessing. That's a valuable asset, I'd say.
Yeah. It is funny to note, too, that I believe all these players on Team Grief do have DreamHack experience, whereas Racing Gaming, on the other hand, maybe not, some other players perhaps do not. Well, maybe they all do as well, now I think about it. But, again, the point is, I guess we're really getting as a Team Grief, experienced team individual players.
Bottom.
Rhapsody,
Yep.
Torture finds her that level 2 impalement doing plenty. Now Devlin's actually in trouble. Perhaps, maybe not. Doctor's coming over, so all of a sudden Torture, the one in trouble. And it's going to be collapsed out. But now Swiftblade joins the party. It's just one after the other. Doctor's going to end up falling. Torture does die at least. But don't know if it's worth it. Now bottom lane in the meantime, Kraken's going to go down the Voodoo Puppet. Doing enough damage right there. So, well, we jumped into a pretty action-packed game, that's for sure here, man.
Oh, definitely. Oh.
So,
Yeah, I hate to see Dr. Repulsor get active before 6 because he's just so squishy. I mean, if you're in like an advantage where you got more players on your team in the fight, then yeah, I guess it's okay. But mid lane, more action here. Sandway's gonna get locked down. Dr. Repulsor pulls him in, and he's gonna get picked off.
Nice.
Bring here 3 heroes to get the job done, but this is when you see they're gonna keep picking on him as long as they can to keep him from level 6.
Yeah.
And I expect to keep more heroes showing up here.
Look at the bottom. Uh-oh, Torture's regretting that. He pops a health potion, but you can guarantee support's coming over. Look at that, though. He goes towards the observatory, figuring he's going to be cut off, but there's just nowhere safe for him to go. In fact, in the background, though, Doctor gets collapsed on. Mora, of course, can be there. Here comes Kraken as well. Kraken now level 6, but still able to do enough to get the kill on the Doctor. And the fact that they were able to get a Doctor kill for a Torture is pretty crazy for a reason.
What a cluster, man.
Yeah. Very involved game here.
In the meantime, Puppet's just going to get that free farm top. They don't even need to have a hero babysitting him because Kraken abandoned that lane long ago.
Yeah. So he's got Steam Boots already. The Assassin Shroud is going to be coming up pretty quickly here for Fibelli.
At least Sandrate's level 6 now, so he can get that mobility and assist teammates on the fly. So that's pretty big for a reason.
What would you like to see on Sandrate here? And the no-one build, the TMM build more so is that Mocker Brilliance, but I think
yeah, I think at one point, depending on how his farm is, a Mock will be good. I mean, it'll stop the portal key initiators, which are eventually going to become a problem, I assume. But some type of build-up item before that is going to be important.
I think Energizer actually is just a very good item on him, especially with that Mirage. The fact that he can just port in and chase somebody down.
That game 1 of the World Finals, when D-Dog played Sandwraith with the Energizer, they played him. He was the carry, obviously, but he was almost supportive in the fact that if any of his teammates got jumped, Mirage, Energizer, he was getting them out.
Yeah.
And it was awesome the way they played him. Well, of course, they had the Fate and Doctor.
Yeah. It's very interesting how this hero's kind of transitioned as far as how we've seen him in history. Because, yeah, for the longest time, it's top lane. Torture, that was a rev ward just placed by Master. I think he was just counter-warding or attempting to, but he almost caught a Torture. I think Torture was just out of range of it, though. I'm pretty sure he was with that invis. So, actually, the top lane, here we go. They're going to go for that kill on a Puppet Master. Torture is here. Chain Reactions easily lands, and down he goes exactly on cue.
Well played.
As you're talking about.
That's a good pick-off.
Yep. That's what they needed, definitely. Slow down the Puppet. But yeah, going back to Samrath real quickly, he was seen as a tri-lane hero, very defensive, very boring hero to watch as a spectator. You know, get the mock eventually. But now, and I think there's a couple reasons for it. One, just how the meta is. Just, it seems like it's definitely a lot more aggressive, a lot more action-packed. But two is that he did get a buff to his Deserted, where it actually now, as long as the Desert's curse on somebody, it'll actually proc the Deserted buff no matter what. So it allows him to deal a bit more damage, and Desert's Curse also got buffed itself as an ability. So that was the idea of those buffs, I'm pretty sure, and it accomplished that here.
Oh wow, yeah. So, I never even realized that too. So yeah, that's for sure allows him to do more damage in team fights.
Yeah, what is it with the Deserted? It's like up to 45 true damage every single auto attack. True damage meaning no reduction. That's going to happen. And early on in the game, it adds up, obviously. Even right now, level 2, 25 damage. That's for every auto attack. So you can basically consider every single one is auto attacks. Right now, 69 damage. It's plus 25 on top of that. So
So that means if he Desert Curse multiple targets, then he's deserted. Buff is going to affect multiple targets too, then,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Wherever he
If they're
attacks.
affected by as it reads, while or no, as it's undeserted, no ally units near them, or if they are affected by Desert's Curse.
Yeah, so multiple targets. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Desert Curse before he Mirage then, and it'll just ton of damage.
Oh,
Bottom.
Deadwood. That's a party. Party and a half right there. Look at Moira also in the background. Cuts them off with the Shards of Harkon. Very well played right there by Nira. But a Doctor Repulsor, one of the strongest rune hero combinations. That regenerate now. It's going to be taken off, but it's not going to be enough in the end. Sanawraith goes down.
Too late. That's cool. Credit going to Caxerin.
Able to pick it up there. Yeah, that regenerate on Doctor, always so fun to watch. And able to fly around and eventually pick up the kill onto him, of course. So action continues. 6-7 hero kills is where we stand here. But you look at the overall GPM, though. Right now, it's actually looking pretty good for Team Grief, and it could be more as Moira now also in trouble.
I don't know. Maybe she thought they were going to be afraid of her with double damage, but they are going to pursue.
Yeah. Whoa, did that just happen at the bottom lane? It did. Is that a Falcon Punch? I'm sure it was. Yep, Willowkeeper coming out. And he takes out Swiftblade, but here we go. Moira going back in, actually, apparently. Pops the Shards of Harkon, will stun them, but no.
Sanwraith ult.
Sanwraith, he's going to go in. Where is he going? He's going down here to Rhapsody. Okay. That was a pretty good decision by TPS, but split up from his teammates, knowing that was possibly going to happen. And so basically made a point that, you know what, you can kill me, but you won't be able to chase my teammates down.
Yeah. So, heads up play by Rhapsody, and Myra actually lives. Myra. But yeah, so he's double level 8, and they're not going to be able to leave him solo against Swiftblade here, because every 100 seconds or so, he's just going to be able to do that to Swiftblade.
Yeah.
And Swiftblade's got Ghost Marcher, so he's pretty susceptible to damage.
Yeah, Deadwood with that kill, too. Again, he's stepped up a bit. 217 go per minute now. He's, I mean, hell, this is a Deadwood with 3 deaths as well, so he's not managing too bad when you take that in consideration. Ownme looks like he might be going for a straight portal key, but see, now compared to a Behemoth, he's a little bit different, where 3 of his 4 abilities use mana, and it's quite a bit of mana on top of that. Do you think him going a straight portal key makes sense to you, or would you rather see maybe get stats here early on first?
I'm sorry, which hero was that?
Kraken.
Well, let's see here. Yeah, he's not necessarily the only initiator, because Sanwraith's been getting quite active, so maybe he can afford to just go ahead and grab the straight portal key and assume that Sanwraith's going to create enough of a distraction where he's not going to get bursted down quickly and putting himself out of position. Yeah, I could see him grabbing the straight portal key.
Not the easiest stun to land, though. We've seen that many of times, even in good players' hands, with that charge. So,
With the tsunami charge, yeah.
We'll see if he's up for the challenge here. But Ownme going to be fine, or excuse me, Haxer going to be fine. I thought they were looking to jump him, but they decide not to. And speaking of Haxer, he actually gets a glowstone here, so that icon of the goddess is coming up pretty quickly. Rhapsody going to be cut off, but Torturer, they're running into Deadwood now, so they get the kill on Rhapsody. But Deadwood wants immediate revenge, and he's going to get it. Willowkeeper comes out.
Nice trade. Definitely a good trade.
Yeah. Call it
Willowkeeper.
They used to be a team. All right, but Super KG gets another kill, though, so good response by him. And, not necessarily a try-carry lineup being ran here by Team Grief, but kind of at the same time. I mean, definitely Deadwood, more the early game carry, you could say, is trying to get that farm here. But a lot of farm to go around, though, with that said.
Depending on what item build he decides to go, I mean, he's going to have an impact on, like, if he goes a Bulwark, he's able to help out the puppet damage, or even, like, later in the Frostwolf, he becomes a really strong initiator. Because once they get shrunken heads, Magnus isn't going to be able to initiate as much. And Deadwood is a hero that can go in first, bait out the shrunken heads, and then now Magnus gets to follow up, and he can still have an impact.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like they're diverting much farm to Magnus this game.
Well, uh-oh. No, that's awkward. Sandwraith, he is going to spawn the illusions, and it will kill Magnus, as well as they take out Doctor. I was going to say, now they were using that to simply go for the middle kill, but it just so happened Ancients were being done, and Magnus had very little life at that time.
Yeah, I was watching the illusion on Mag. I'm like, is he going to get it?
You know what makes that worse, too, is that I'm pretty sure, I don't think Magnus got any of those Ancient kills. He even used the Eruption, but it just wasn't enough damage to finish them off, and Deadwood and Rhapsody share the gold instead. So he'll be delayed from that portal key that much longer now.
Yep. Magnus is a hero that I don't like going into a PK from Striders. You just have so little mana. Like by the time you got your Eruption, your Lava Surge, and your PK, that's it. You don't got anything else after that. Like, and your Lava Surge has such a short cooldown in team fights. Usually initiate with it, and then you get to use it again in the middle of the fight. He won't be able to with that tiny mana pool.
Well, and what I'm looking at right now, if I'm doing my math correctly, because I'm pretty sure it's 315 with the Eruption and the Lava Surge, and then 75 on top of that. So you're looking at, what, 390 mana, and he has 377 mana pool right now. So he doesn't even have it.
He wouldn't even be able to, yeah.
So you're right, yeah.
And nothing worse than that. Nothing worse than channeling your Eruption, PKing in, and then not having enough for the Lava Surge. Your teammate's like, you should have just stunned.
I tried. I pressed the Q really hard, and it still didn't work.
Deadwood getting in position bottom. He's going to throw out the Grasp.
Oh, there we go. The Willowmaker comes out, and Sandwraith dead shortly after. So for a game where Super KG, he was being... They were focusing on him quite a bit. That's changed now, and he's level 11 as well. That's big. Yeah, this is a hero. That Willowmaker got nerfed early on. Initially, it got reverted somewhat, but...
He's higher than anybody on the Legion team.
Wow, he is. You're right. Holy crap. They've managed to do that pretty well. Meanwhile, there's a kind of a fight breaking out over here. They get the kill on a Magnus, but at one cost. Spin from Swiftblade on top of Puppet Master. It's eventually going to take him down. Arcane Vortex. It also catches a couple of heroes right here, including Doctor. And guess what? Moira's very good against the Doctor Repulsor. That Mana Center, but it's not enough. But Kraken ports and cuts him off. And Swiftblade comes in to finish off the hat trick in the end. So great fight in favor of Recent Gaming right there.
A little back and forth matchup.
Yes, it is. Seemed like both of the games were actually both pretty close in the end, so it's proven to be a very, very good and even series between the two teams here. Magnus, he is going to have that portal key shortly. Deadwood also getting up there, though.
Yeah. He is now with level 7. He actually has enough mana for the full combo, but you're still cutting it close.
Yeah. You have both Sandwraith and Swiftblade possibly going for Energizers, by the way. In fact, there's one on Swiftblade, or excuse me, Sandwraith. Swiftblade has a Soul Scream Ring. He might not turn it into one now, especially knowing that his teammate has it, but we'll see.
Did that item ever stack, or from its creation it never did?
It did used to stack, or yeah, it did. So you could use it one after the other. I do remember that because teams would purposely do that. Like they would get 2 or 3 Energizers to use it.
Perma haste.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. But that was eventually changed. Work like Astrolabe for good reason. I think it's safe to say. And yeah, I think I remember when that change happened, especially like a lot of people, the build-up changed. People weren't necessarily a fan of it again, but. That's clearly not the case. It's still plenty picked up.
Deadwood Mag gonna tag team these Ancients and get him a portal key.
Gonna try here, yeah. I saw what happened last time. You gotta always be a little bit careful. Again, Sandwraith also interesting with that, where we see a lot of teams, they pick up a hero like this or Flux, where they use the ultimate simply for vision. They're gonna jump at the bottom lane, but this is bait. Kraken. Oh, it only caught Kraken. Deadwood still wants a kill, but he was hanging around way too long. And now they're going to join and eventually get the kill. Kraken, there, that's what I'm talking about. And, the release of Kraken even whiffing completely. So, a little bit sloppy right there. You see a little bit of a taunt coming out on top of that, but just friends. Just friends.
It's all in good fun. It's a very competitive game.
Yeah, very. So, yeah, that was a big miss, though. But, yeah, Moira also not catching the other 2 heroes on the Arcane Vortex, definitely an issue. But, Swiftblade picks up the invis right before, but he bottled it. If he just straight up picked it up, he might have been fine. No, he still might be fine. What a turn from Zane. He's going to fall the end. But will he set up a kill on a Puppet Master? They're chasing. He has dust, I thought.
Yeah, he has dust, but he can't use it on his illusion, perhaps. That wasn't the actual Myra.
I'm pretty sure he can. Can he not? No, maybe you can't then.
It was grayed out. I don't know though.
Okay, maybe you can't then. Maybe I am right. I know you can't use wards. Okay, that makes sense then actually. So yeah, it gets away.
I didn't even know that it was a Moira illusion. I thought it was the real Moira actually.
That's true, yeah. Ended up being an illusion in the end. So action continues 17 to 11 hero kills, but the golden experience basically identical here between these two teams. But it goes back to Puppet Master, and he continues to be the top farmer, Fibelli. The Assassin Shroud Whispering Helm. Icon still being finished on Doctor.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't see a clear favorite for either team right now. I mean, not only just in the fact that how they're playing and it's fairly matched, but even the heroes, they're pretty balanced, and both teams have like a very similar composition.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be easier for Hellborn team to defend like oncoming pushes and stuff. So I think Legion team's going to be more reliant on the Kongor token. Despite it's going to be harder for them to get it.
Yeah, they are Legion after all, especially in an even game. That'll be that much harder to do as the Legion team. So Deadwood, he finally will have a portal key. So it took him a little bit longer than we liked, but gets it here. Oh wow, yeah, Mora's. Does she already have 10 assists? Holy crap!
She does.
1-0-10. Jeez, not even 20 minutes in. Undefeated
An amazing
record.
hero.
Yeah. It's about time that I take credit for it, too. I said from the very beginning, man, 16-4. Okay, it's still close to undefeated. But I thought this hero was going to be of high impact. People didn't believe me. No one believed me. But sure enough, we see her.
You nailed it. I think I remember you saying that, too.
Not
just saying that.
That
no,
one
seriously.
time. That one time that you said that. That's right. Part of me is a little bit serious because again, I personally just liked playing this hero. When this hero came out, a lot of heroes, maybe I do hype it up. I was like, oh, this hero's going to be a lot of fun. But then it's just like, meh, whatever. Moro, I genuinely really enjoyed playing when she came out. I loved her idea of being a very active ganker, being a true support. And clearly that's been agreed upon and picked up now by the competitive scene to be, like I said, at least a top 3 support, if not even the top tier support nowadays.
Yeah, not to mention it's not always used, but she has the potential to even suicide.
Yeah, Boxy showed that several times early on. Meanwhile, Swiftblade, jump onto him. He gets a spin off though. Gonna try to get away. They're gonna turn it pretty quickly on a Doctor Repulsor right there. Holy crap. Saw that damage come out and didn't stand a chance. And now these shards of Harkon, it is gonna catch up. And Deadwood gonna be turned on. Beautiful turn. That's just another benefit of having a Sandwraith on your team.
Yep. And maybe Haxron's used to already having his icon by now, being in that safe lane farm, but he's trying to pick fights and he doesn't even have the icon. So even if he had won a majority of these, he wouldn't even have charges building up yet. I'd really like to see him just break away, focus on getting a little bit of farm before returning to the fights, and maybe play more defensively. Like wait for them to initiate, and then you come in with your ludicrous speed and clean up, so to say.
Yeah. Middle lane eruption channel. It's going to go off right there on a Kraken. He got the release of Kraken off, but is not able to set up really a turn kill. Torture getting there a little bit too late. He has a tablet though, but that's going to backfire. He went a little too ballsy there.
There we go.
And finally, Doctor comes in and something positive happens for him. Meanwhile, bottom lane though, Fabelli gets picked off. It's just non-stop, man, all over the map here in this game. And Swiftblade, that's a triple stack jungle. Yeah, we'll see if he takes it here. Why not, I guess. But, yeah, I still think Icon was the right choice. I can understand why he wanted to get it, especially with just how much was happening in this game. But now I think it's safe to say he might almost be regretting it and maybe would have rather gone straight into a Hellflower here.
Yeah.
Of a lockdown, but...
So Sandwraith saving up 2,700 gold. If he was going to get, like, agility item, like a Firebrand or something, we probably would have seen it. So maybe a quick... Mock of Brilliance, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do, again, knowing his team is up 20 to 13 hero kills, the fact that they've been able to do quite a bit, and he, too, has even been involved in 3, 3, and 7 here with just the items that he has. Why go that fire? Why go energize, or he doesn't have energize, but why go the Firebrand? Why try to really push it? Why not just say, you know what, I'm getting enough farm to get him Mock of Brilliance, and that he is.
Yeah.
Because, like you pointed out earlier, it's a great stopper for portal keys, which we, of course, have a couple of at least right now on the Hellborn side. And just ultimately, overall, it can be a very good scaling tool to
definitely.
late game.
Yeah, but A lot of damage comes out from that in team fights.
And it's a lot of straight up just auto attack. I think a lot of people kind of forget about that with Mach. That it's what plus 60 I want to say, yeah, plus 60 damage. We already mentioned his deserted debuff, so we're looking at 45 true damage plus the 60 damage from the Mach, on top of just obviously his auto attack that he's getting out. So it adds up.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. He's gonna pour somewhere. No, just vision.
Aside from that, when we used to see Sandwraith, he would get it, so just farm like you said, and then just bulk up and let Dissipate do all the work.
Yeah, that's
we
when
used to see, like Frostwolves on him and stuff.
I think Dissipate used to be true damage, and that's when it was just crazy powerful. But now it's just magic damage.
Magic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty weak, comparatively speaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was probably a good change.
They veil up down bottom, but nobody's anywhere near the jungle, so unfortunately Deadwood's not going to get anything from that.
So again, this goes back to Doctor, though. He finally finishes the icon, and go figure, as soon as he does, there hasn't been a fight like in the last couple of minutes here, and so I'm able to get kind of charges on him. I mean, still just good overall stats, but definitely having that catch tool probably would have been preferred. And you do see Puppet Master is going to Hellflower himself, actually, not going the Shrunken Head. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's going to be relying on his initiators getting in there, so he feels like he doesn't need it just yet, or he wants to not buy it so that he has a lot of charges on it for later game. I think eventually he's going to get it.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it wouldn't even be doing too much. It would stop Torturer Stun, and maybe a little bit of magic damage from, Swift Blade spinning, but maybe there's just not that much that it's going to do for him, so he can wait on it.
Yeah, there is plenty of physical presence here on the. Oh, that's interesting. The Arcane Vortex, in the background. That was really weird as this team is porting in, but
he tried to catch Deadwood, and he decayed out the last second. Yeah, because they were diving in, but the TPs came in, so they backed out pretty smartly. But they're still down here.
Well, Deadwood's still definitely looking for an opportunity. See Morris scouting out. Puppet Master Assassin shot nearby, but don't think they're going to find it in the end. As they'll start to fall back now, so. Be happy.
Yeah, they always got to be wary of that Sandwraith, no matter where he is. Now he's got a DD rune activate in his bottle.
Uh-oh. I think Doctor might be in trouble. No, never mind.
He could TP anywhere, activate DD, and he's going to mess somebody up if the Hellborn picks the wrong fight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not even showing the Mach yet either. He got the Sword of the High. He's just going to straight up purchase it. As, he needs one more kill now. He can just let the gold tick away. And there we go. He'll be able to right-click the Mach Brilliance here and have it delivered. So, it's like a just-in-case, perhaps, not really showing it off. But now he has it, and now Team Grief will have to deal with that on top of, just in general here.
It's pretty good, especially because I think that's how Hellborn's going to want to run their fights. They're going to want to lead in with the Deadwood, maybe burst down, like, if they can, a Swift Blade, and then follow up with the Magnus. But as soon as Deadwood comes in, you're going to have the Sandwraith ult and just completely stop Magnus. So he's going to have to stun in. No, and he's pretty squishy. He's only got, Tablet and Strider, so... Action top.
Up here, catch Puppet Master. They release the Kraken, pulls him right back in. Could not get away. Meanwhile, response. Dr. Pulsar comes in. Sandwraith tablet on him from his teammate, but Magnus lets up the line stun. The Lava Surge, it does go off. Down goes Sandwraith. They got the kill just before, but Dr. Repulsor also goes down. And Puppet Master, did he buy back? He must have. Yes, he did. So it was a genocide, really, for the Legion team right there.
I hope that was a misclick.
Yeah. But, I mean,
Sandwraith did so much damage.
Yeah.
Even when he was like 10% health, he's still in. He just burst down Magnus in like 3 auto attacks.
Mm-hmm. So Puppet Master definitely was caught in that space of wanting to buy back and help his team, but yeah, by the time he bought back and was starting to run back, I mean, the fight was well over. So now we will catch Moira right here, but I don't know. Okay, it's a definite kill now.
That makes it a lot more okay when you buy back. If you get a kill within like a minute or so, you're like, all right, better than nothing.
Yeah, it's at least a little bit of a good feeling, but that was a great fight there from the Legion team, though, and got the replay up here, see the initiation and whatnot. The Veiled Rai, yeah, that's what led the way for them. They got past the Ward of Sight up there. And then eventually found who they were looking for. So, was that an illusion? It was. Deadwood used his Falcon Punch on an illusion. Off the bat, by the way.
Oh, geez, who had an illusion up?
I think it was Sandwraith. Like, when he used his ultimate, he ended up using it on one of them. I'm pretty sure I just caught that right. Oh, that's unfortunate. That'll happen, though. That's definitely a power of Sandwraith. It panics you.
Yep, Sandwraith ulti up. Oh, this Magmus. Ooh.
Yeah, Quincy confirming. How many illusions has Deadwood punched? Do you have that stat? How many times does that happen? 128. First time for everything.
Yeah, that should have been a dead Magmus. They were ready. They veiled up in the jungle, but stun in, PK out, and he's got the tablet. I guess he's pretty evasive.
Yeah.
Well, I only have 1k HP.
That goes to if Sandwraith wanted to. I think his Mirage was up. If he actually just pressed R right there, then Magmus wouldn't have been able to portal key away, and that could have definitely secured the kill. So, but chose not to. Thus, does get away barely, but does. Shrunken head on Zane, by the way, to go with the Abyssal Skull. So a little bit more of a protective style here. And what do you think about it?
I mean, I don't really agree with it because he's been getting focused by Deadwood, and that's not going to help him against Deadwood. But maybe I don't think it's the best item choice by any means. They don't have a ton of damage, like where he could say, well, I can just go straight up defensive because we have like a 500 GPM Puppet Master. So I don't know, but we'll have to see. I mean, maybe he just wants to get in the middle of the fights and not have to worry about Dr. Repulsor, Lockdown, or Magman.
Oh, misstuns all over the place. Falcon Punch, it will be successful on a swift play, but a fight definitely breaking out. Release Kraken. It pulls in Puppet Master, protecting Molly, saving a little bit of damage, but Rhapsody gets killed off the mat, and Puppet's just all about running away this whole time. He does not want to fight, but the creep wave's chasing him, so he's not being so secret. Assassin's trying to 1 more second, though he's going to use it, and unless they go in and dust, they should be fine. Yeah, he is going to get away, but man.
Kraken could buy some dust and go for a YOLO. Try to find him.
Oh, that's
he did
true.
grab
yeah.
dust, but he's not gonna look for the right way.
Yeah.
See, Swiftblade didn't even use his shrunken head there.
Nope.
You don't need that item.
Yeah, you figure, honestly, again, especially for his role, I think that Brutalizer probably would have made a lot of sense here for the Swiftblade. Because, again, he's not necessarily being the big-time damage dealer, but still, that's an item that provides plenty. It's a good lockdown tool, and the thing I don't like about Shrunken Head the most is that you got a Deadwood, you got a Puppet Master who's obviously going to be dealing plenty of physical throughout this game. Now, there is a lot of lockdown, but again, it's Swiftblade we're talking about with the spin, so...
Yeah, you don't really need it. It's not like they're having an overwhelmingly magic damage team either. So.
Yeah. It goes
a Puppet stopped building his Arcana and he started building a Shrunken. Looks like. Well, he grabbed the Mighty Blade at least, so maybe he's going to grab a Shrunken now.
Yeah.
Instead of finishing that Hellflower.
I
don't know, though.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Huh. Definitely gets a change of heart there for Fibelli, the way this game has advanced. Switching into the Shrunken Head. But again, the same story stands for him, though. It's like, you can still get locked out by Release the Kraken. There's still plenty of physical damage.
Yeah, I don't think it was crucial.
Yeah.
I feel like at least both carries went the same route. Spent 4,000 gold on that.
That's true. That is a fair
point. But it allows them to play more offensively. Mm-hmm. At least Puppet Master can run in there with the Assassin Shroud, and it's going to surely get him an escape at least once, I'm sure.
Ooh, Portal Key on Moira. Always good to have that on her. Definitely.
Yeah. 1 kill, 12 assists, that'll do it. 200 GPM's fabulous for her.
Yeah, no, it's the fact that she can get a portal key at 32 minutes in. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good for them. Again, she can use it also with her Ephemeral Forge, so it can help set up. Look at Haxerin, by the way. I do not like this. He goes a light brand. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a desperation item. He's 280 GPM. He's used to being in that farming role, so it kind of might just be like second nature to buy an item like that. But I definitely think he should have got some type of lockdown.
Yeah. Oh, we'll jump on to Rhapsody, actually, with the Sandwraith ulti, but the Arcane Vortex going to stall a kill onto Torture. Puppet Master caught in that. Release Kraken right on top. That's great synergy right there. And now Puppet Master's in a lot of trouble. I don't think it's getting away unless that Magnus Eruption comes in. Puppet Master standing his ground on the spinning Swiftblade with a Shrunken Head. Too much. The Swift Slash is tearing through them. Gets 2 kills, and he's looking for more. Now, with Sandwraith dead, actually, nice Mana Sunder there. But again, I don't think it's going to be enough to chase him down. And the end will be there with the fight, but whew, that was another.
It's hard to say who came out on top of that fight,
yeah,
really, though.
I don't know. I think that was just pretty even, honestly, in the end.
Yeah, pretty even exchange, and it manages to put a lot of gold onto Magnus. I think he'll buy Shrunken, and I think if any hero it makes sense on, it's him, because with the Mock Brilliance, he's not going to be able to really sit back and initiate like you love to do on Magnus. So this will allow him to stun in, pop the Shrunken, and then get an ult off. So yeah. I hope he goes for a Shrunken Head. It'll really make sense, and it'll help them to counter that Mock.
Yeah. You know, it kind of going back to the Shrunken Head on Swift, but what makes it even more interesting is that I'm pretty sure he had the Shrunken Head up, and then he was also spinning on top of that. So it's just like double magic community. And what is that really doing?
You can't have any non-magic immune time in between the Blade Fury and your ultimate.
Yeah. So
he did pretty good that fight, though.
Yeah, no, obviously.
It was lucky. He was spinning right when Magnus was channeling the eruption, so.
Yep, that happened to work out.
Yeah.
So he probably popped out while he was spinning, to be fair, but something else. Again, though, if he had like the brutalizer, though, the Swift Slash at the end, Magnus got very low, but in the end was able to get out of there, barely stayed alive. So I'm stuck on that. But
and I know he bought it first, but I mean the Shrunken Head on Puppet Master would have locked him down better in that Kraken ult too if he had a brutalizer.
Yeah.
So either way, I mean it's an item and it's out of the way.
Yep.
Oh, Deadwood, watch that Kongor stun. Ooh.
That's unfortunate. Well, Sandwraith is like, wait, I'm going to scout now, but it's just too late. That could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse.
Oh, man. Yeah, luckily Kongor was dead. Yeah.
Because if that happened with like 15, 20% life, then we would have seen Sandwraith come in and look to change that. But the fact that they at least killed it is the good news for them. So a little bit embarrassing, but super KG, especially knowing him, he'll shrug it off, not really care.
Oh yeah,
life moves.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes that's RNG. Kongor's just mean.
He's just extra mean sometimes. And right there, he was a little bit too mean.
I think it was in like a top 5 video last week, or maybe it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where a Gauntlet just got bashed over and over and over by Kongor from like full health to nothing. He just never stopped bashing the whole time. It's hilarious.
That was pretty funny. No, I would like to see that.
They can have an eye on Tort. That's good.
Yeah, excellent item, especially with the Assassin Shot here and the Steam Bath from Magnus. So several reasons, of course, the typical kind of, whoa! Moira spotted it! Yeah! What a play. Did he even notice? He had to have noticed, right? No, I don't think he did. And now the illusion's going to be stunned. That'll be that. So either he noticed, but it was just too deep, or maybe they didn't.
And then again, like, Magnus with all 3 of those, I mean, once he's in the trees, unless you can, like, dust him, he's probably going to juke you with a Lava Surge, a stun, or a PK, or a tablet. He's got a ton of...
Good attempt right there to try to get denied, but Imba Boy too much. Able to chase him down. You do see Sandwraith gets the Shrunken Head himself, so we're seeing that prioritized quite a bit on carries, at least, here in this game.
Yeah, again, I don't think that he needed it necessarily.
Yeah.
But
it's like
Magnus didn't go for a Shrunken. He's building a sheep stick.
And I like that. I mean, especially since they win Shrunken Head. I mean, trying to prevent that from being used.
Yeah, that's more important. You're right.
Initially.
That's a pretty good trade.
Well, I like the point that you brought up earlier, too. It's like the fact that, well, every carry's really gone a Shrunken Head here, other than, I guess, the Doctor. But so that's where it's like, okay, in the end. But we do see the Brutalizer now on Swiftblade to follow, so I like seeing that. That's a good pickup for him. Question is, where's Sandwraith going next here?
Yeah, because neither of them are really focusing on DPS or damage at all.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just counting on their skills to do the trick. If Hellborn Team tanks up, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
That's,
Oh, Sandwraith, he is porting it up here. Catches Rhapsody. You saw the immediate getaway from Dr. Repulsor. It's like, I can't do much, bro. You're on your own.
yeah, Rhapsody just dies every time he presses R. No matter where she is on the map, he's like, well, I know it's at least a kill on Rhapsody.
Yeah. At least one free kill.
Yeah, but Puppet Master got the token only for another 2 minutes. I'd like to see them maybe try to set something up now that Sandwraith's ultimate's on cooldown.
I am... Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay, I'm a little surprised that Puppet Masters managed to stay on top of GPM, especially with a Mocker Brilliant Sandwraith this whole time. That's usually an item that would really start to excel him quite a bit. But, 400 to go per minute is still great, but I really feel like he actually should be a little bit higher.
Yeah, he hasn't really been farming at all. I mean, Swiftblade's taken over the jungle, and so is Kraken, and he's really just been going for kills, like 9 kills, 14 assists. He's not prioritizing creep farm at all. I guess he's still got 235 creeps, so he's doing work. But yeah, he definitely could be potentially a lot more farmed if that was his main focus. Invis that would.
Yeah, double him. Now Doctor's gonna get spotted by the ward, but if they now the mock debuff should give a. Oh, he turned it off.
He
well
turned it
played
off
there. Well played by him, my boy. Yep, that's. If the mock debuff hits, then they would pick up on it, of course, but they're not going to find it now, so.
And he's got his ult back up here, so he can probably scout it out. Here goes.
Look at that. He turns it back on. He goes in his route Rhapsody. Well, there's the one guarantee kill. Everyone else does get away.
Yeah, they just pop their TPs immediately when Sandwraith ults.
Yeah. Get the hell on out of there. Well, so that's, it's kind of funny because, honestly, something like a Brutalizer is good on Sandwraith, too, for that reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say the same thing.
But, again, you need to figure out which carry is going to be more the big-time damage dealer, which is more the utility carry. And it seems like Swiftblade, he was kind of set up to be, being played by Zane here specifically. He's usually fits that role more of the suicide and whatnot, be more of that utility carry. So the Brutalizer and him I like. But, yeah, I think maybe getting on Sandwraith and then having Swiftblade be more of the farming carry could have made sense, too. But, yeah, we're not going to see a Brutalizer on Sandwraith, I guess is what I'm really getting at, because he is more of that. We just need him to focus a lot more on the damage overall.
Well, at least Haxron did complete the Grimoire, so at least he'll be able to start farming a little bit more efficiently now.
Exactly. It's like, okay, he can farm better now. But Doctor does not scream. Yeah, but we've had this discussion before. Where a Wretched Hag, when we saw her all the time, it makes a lot of sense on her. Mainly because her ultimate is a decent cooldown ability with the big burst potential, and that 15% increased damage is pretty damn powerful. Sandwraith, by the way, another ulti, but this time I think Rhapsody will barely
on it.
But on a Doctor, he doesn't have that big burst. It's just more it's a sustained, sure, which is still good, but it's not a damage tool for him where it could be maybe for a Hag. This is just like more just a straight-up farming tool for a Doctor.
Yeah.
And it's 41 minutes into the game. Not usually the best time to get a farming tool.
The mana regeneration on it isn't even that impressive for its cost.
Yeah.
Compared to like a sheep stick was like 200% or something. Yeah.
I think it goes back to like you were talking about too with Haxron. Again, he's just so used to being the carry player. It's just he's so routine. He's so stuck in his way that this is the item I'm going to go because I'm used to it.
It tells me that they feel like they've already kind of lost early mid game, and they feel like their only chance is to take this so late that just Dr. Repulsor and Puppet will outshine a Sandwraith Swiftblade. I don't know if that can happen, but I feel like that's the reasoning behind it. They're going to take this super late. And being Game 3 of DreamHack Qualifiers, yeah, I'm not surprised if they do drag it out as long as they can.
Of course. Now, it brings up a good point. Obviously, we're getting to the default start time of the next series, but I believe at least the series that we're planning on covering again, Team Disband versus Team Who, they'll at least wait a little bit here for us to finish up with this one. before we get that one started. But a big jump right here. Chance, more so just another kill Rhapsody.
Ripsody.
Yet again happening. So again, that's been like 5 kills in the last 5-6 minutes because of that torture. However, all right. The Doctor gets.
He steals the bound eye too.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake.
That's true. So get something out of it. It's adding up
Magnus,
a couple more charges.
Yeah, Magnus finished his Sheepstick, and Puppet Master finished the Hellflower. So I think they're ready to take some team fights. We haven't really seen Deadwood do anything lately. You know, usually he's going to constantly look for kills, but both teams just farming and relying on that Sandwraith ult to set up or catch out of position heroes. But I think now is the time Hellborn's ready to go make something happen, really.
Yeah. Assassin Shroud on Swiftblade. Geometer's been on Sandwraith. Definitely some big pickups for them, of course, coming out.
It's good. It's unfortunate they just lost the bound eye, though.
Yeah.
So Swiftblade going to get revealed.
Definitely investing into another one here. Wouldn't be out of the question. Honestly, I would like to see maybe more pick another one up. It's only 700 gold, right? Yeah, 700. So she has enough right now. Not necessarily use, though, keep it on herself, but pick it up, maybe give it a torture once again. But yeah, Rev Ward's at least coming out and going to attempt to perhaps counter that way and also make sure they're not being snuck up on. But Doctor does have another 3,100 gold here. Again, it's if he too goes a shrunken head, then I just don't know. I really hope that he goes either the Hellfire or the Sheepstick. I'm pretty sure are one of his only 2 options here.
Yeah, the Sheepstick, if they can chain their disables on Sandwraith and take him out, it's probably going to be their best bet at winning a team fight. But it's not going to be easy. There's the team fights are going to be messy with the Sandwraith ult and Kraken ult and a Geo Bane now on Sandwraith. Like, it's not going to be like, okay, let's go and burst this target, then switch to this guy. It's going to be hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah. Dust comes out. They do spot Puppet Master, but they're not going to overextend right here. Maybe they are. Arcane Vortex catches him. And now Puppet Master in trouble.
Nice
Magnus
stun.
in the background. We do see the Mana Sunder right away onto him as well. However, the follow-up just wasn't enough. Yeah, the Rotten Grasp came out and stalled a little bit.
They got Puppet to blow a Shrunken, though. That was a nice follow-up stun after the Moira ult by Torturer. I think they're going to... Kongor's up. Maybe they take Kongor now.
Yeah. Maybe not. They're not even
I think that
interested.
the Legion team takes Kongor. They definitely have
Top lane.
what they need to win a fight.
There we go. Mana Sunder, open up. Swiftblade comes in with a follow. Auto tech. He needed a Brutalizer proc, though. He needed that Brutalizer proc. He wasn't getting it. And in the end, Doctor does fly away, so. Fortunate missed opportunity there for a kill, but good job for Action to survive. And actually, here we go with Team Grief going into Conqueror now.
Hey,
once again.
If the Legion team don't want it, they'll take it just to prevent them from getting it. I really think they need it. God, Sandwraith's hard enough to kill as it is. He could just go up, attack that tower.
Good torture right here. He's got the Veil to Rot, not being seen. Meanwhile, Sandwraith presses R. That's going to be destruction of anything. Puppet Master off the mat. Double damage, correct, and he pops the Assassin's Trap, predictability. Save a little bit, but Rhapsody dies very quickly. And Puppet the whole time, again, just trying to run. Deadwood goes down to the background. Puppet turns, puts the show on to Sandwraith. Good play, but it's not going to matter. He goes down. Dr. Pulsar, Mana Sunder onto him. So, again, he can't get away. He goes down as well. The Bound Eye drops again, and now I'm pretty sure Team Grief or Region Gaming, going to have a chance to finish off Conqueror, perhaps. Oh, they find Magnus.
Ooh.
But he stuns away. Yeah, in the same spot. Figures he could have been there, trying to make sure not to ninja this. There's the courier coming in.
Yeah. I was going to say, they needed to ninja that token, but it's going to be a nightmare. Yeah, Sandwraith's got the token, and I think they got the next team fight in the bag.
Region Gaming. Again, they were down to 1-0 in this series. Hell, they're coming off being down 2-0 to Solaire Club, remember, on that was Thursday here for the Deadeye Bounty League. They ended up winning the series 3-2. So
3 straight. Yeah, that was intense.
That really was. And so no strangers to being behind in a series, but
and reason they took out Sync in the first qualifier, right? It was them.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, so nothing to sneeze at. This team's got their stuff together.
That they do. Definitely, it's been fun to see Team Grief with the result, but unless things change here in the near future, Reason Gaming right now definitely getting the upper hand.
And I feel like they don't pick teams like this very often. They always go for like that early game kind of presence. Maybe they get one hard carry, but if that, it's usually a ton of magic damage and stacking stuns. This is, I don't see Reason go with like a dual carry lineup very often.
Yeah.
And I think it's working for them. They're playing good.
Yeah, no, usually they are known definitely for that 4-1 idea, that really just making sure Imba Boy gets farm and the rest of them roam around. But yeah, more of the dual carry here, you're right.
The pressure's not on them to play super duper aggressive. Wow, man.
You just see the potential right there, and Puppet Master didn't stand a chance either.
Tried to shroud. He got caught by the bound eye, and this is probably Rax.
Puppet doesn't have buyback.
No.
Even with that gold. It would be his final one at that, but he doesn't have enough gold for it. So
This tower's going to melt, too.
that's going to be an easy push middle, especially with Magnus and no buyback as well. You see Deadwood. Deadwood, by the way, I mean, he has just not been able to get anything. 166 gold per minute. He got the portal key, but that's it. He's just been sitting on the same items for so long in this game. Nearly 50 minutes in.
They're going to keep pushing. They're probably going to go bot tower now.
Yeah, as they should. Has tied the record for kills on Samus at 14, but he's only halfway to the assist record of 33. Jesus. So, yeah, he's had a impressive again. He got so many of those kills on Rhapsody alone.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, pretty much free kill every time. And they get 2 sets of racks out of it. So, again, not going to give up just yet. In fact, give it a last-ditch effort here. Anything. Arcane Vortex comes down, protect the Melody. Stalling a little bit of damage, but she goes down shortly after once again. The kill on a Deadwood. Dr. Pulsar. He killed Mora, but who really cares, right? It's a main support Mora right there. Magnus will at least get the stun, but he's just going to dive in as if he's invulnerable to damage, apparently.
Maka Brilliance killing off all these heroes that try to run away.
Yeah, Maka Brilliance do the work. Oh, they at least get him. Nope, never mind. Took the life. Coming right back up. So just having some fun in the overtime here, but clearly it is going to be a victory in favor of Reason Gaming. So they do come through in the end, and they take the series 2-1. A little bit of a scare there against Team Grief, but the big picture, again, they come out on top here.
Kongor making it happen.
That's true.
They didn't go for the Kongor. They waited for Hellborn. They baited him in and then took the team fight right after that.
Yeah.
Heads up. I don't even think that far ahead.
Well played. Well played by Reason. So that's going to do it for the top bracket there. We know the 2 teams advancing on. It'll be Nullstone Gaming versus Reason Gaming in the semifinals in the top. So that should be a fun one there.
That's tomorrow, right?
That'll be tomorrow, yes.
Oh, jeez.
That'll be tomorrow. So Nullstone Gaming versus Reason Gaming in the top portion. But now we got to figure out our bottom portion here as far as which 2 teams are going to be advancing on. And again, we talked about it, 2 series, Sync versus Solaire Club, and then the one we're going to cover, Team Disband versus Team Who, is going to be happening here. So we're going to go on another short break right here, guys. I believe, again, they should have been waiting for us, so should be getting started here pretty shortly. With that said, actually, they might even be in the game, to be honest. So we're gonna get that figured out real quickly. We're going to take a short break, but we should be back pretty quickly here. Team Disband versus Team Who. Going to be our next best out of 3 series to be coming at you, ladies and gentlemen. So don't want to miss that. So stay tuned, guys. Game number 1 of that series coming up next. We'll be right back here on Hogcast. Hey guys, just letting you know, so I was running there, so I guess just a couple of players were in a mid-wars game, just warming up and stuff, so we should have a little bit of a break here again, so stay tuned guys, our next series is going to be starting fresh here, Team Disband versus Team Who, going to be coming at you. Stay tuned guys, we'll be back with game number 1 of that series here on Honcast.